Nou, Dr. Michael Mol kuier vanoggend saam om oor 'n paar titels wat jy hierdie paasnaweek eksklusief op die stroomdiens TruthTV kan kyk. And Dr. Michael, you join us all the way from the USA. Good morning and a blessed Easter to you.
Good morning, Jenna Lee. A very blessed Easter to you and a happy Good Friday, which is a strange thing to say. But yeah, I'm in Dallas at the moment. So we are 7 hours behind you guys. South Africa is always ahead of the States. You know that. So it's just gone midnight, actually.
Sure.
My goodness.
Sure. And you look so fresh. And it's only midnight. You are away from your family. Tell me, how do you normally celebrate the Easter weekend?
So generally, we celebrate Easter with our church community and family, so Fridays and Sunday services. But as a family, we have two traditions. On Friday, we actually watch The Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson's movie about Jesus' final 12 hours. In fact, the passion means, it's the Latin word for suffering. And my kids have watched that from when they were really young. It's a tough movie to watch, but it's something we do as a family, and it's just a reminder again of what Jesus endured and the suffering that he went through on our behalf. So that's what we do on Friday. And then on Sunday, we get up early morning, we get to a beautiful spot to watch the sunrise, and we just read through the 4 gospel accounts of the resurrection. In fact, last year I think we're in Nice now. We went to the Eastern Head and we huddled on this wooden bench overlooking, I think it was Coney Glen, a little beach right down at the bottom, and watched the sunrise, read the accounts, and yeah, just that got all emotional again, which is embarrassing to the kids. So I'll leave it there.
You referred to The Passion of the Christ, the movie. It's the case that you can't find the movie on most platforms or on most media outlets anymore nowadays, just a select few. Where can people have a look and to find that?
So it's funny you say that, Pierre. I mean, just earlier today at a bit of a pitch event, we talked about that and the fact that The Passion of the Christ is only available on Truth TV as a streaming platform on the continent of Africa. You can't stream it anywhere else except on Truth. So, I mean, that was quite a statement to make. And yeah, that's the only place it's available. So unless you have the DVD or the Blu-ray, you can watch it on Truth TV. Stream it from the comfort of your home or your mobile device, or whatever you have to stream with.
Now, you mentioned earlier it's a very tough movie to watch, and myself, I could never bring myself to actually finish the movie because so much emotions comes up. Why would you encourage people to actually take time this weekend, sit down and watch the movie?
So that's such a great question, generally, and it's a good comment too, because, well, firstly, I mean, Easter's not about the bunny, it's about the lamb. Yeah. We know that. And it's such a central part to our faith. We don't believe in the resurrection because the Bible said so. We believe in the Bible because the resurrection happened. I mean, there have been unusual rabbis with strange teachings in that time. Crucifixions weren't unusual. So why would anyone want to write about Jesus? And Luke says many people try to write an account of this carpenter and rabbi because he rose from the dead. So that's central to our faith. It's central to what we believe. Without that, the Bible says our faith is pretty useless. So it's really central to who we are. And what the Passion does is just it's a hard account, like you rightly said, generally, of what Jesus went through to get to that point. It ends with his resurrection, which is fantastic, but it's those 12 hours from the Garden of Gethsemane right through to his crucifixion. There's some flashback moments as well, which is special moments. The Last Supper, the Sermon on the Mount. There's a beautiful scene where Jesus is crafting a table, and it's a table with bar chairs. And he's trying to explain to his mom, Mary, that it's for rich men, who lean at a table and they're engaging. And Mary looks at him and goes, it'll never take off. So there's a little bit of artistic license, but it's a beautiful, humane moment that Jesus had with his mom. But to your point, it's a tough movie to watch, but it's an important movie to watch. A lot of people are put off by the excessive violence. It really has a 2 to 18 restriction or 2 to 16 restriction for the violence, but it's an accurate depiction of what happened and how Romans crucified prisoners back then. So if you've got young kids, I wouldn't recommend it. If you've got kids that can handle a bit of violence, I think it's worth letting them see what Jesus went through on our behalf.
Absolutely. Dr. Michael, tell us more about Truth TV. There might be a couple of our viewers that are a little bit in the dark regarding the Truth TV, please.
Do I call you Mr. Pierre or is Dr. Michael? Pierre, thanks for asking. Truth TV is a streaming platform. It's essentially Netflix, but for believers. So we focus on faith and family content. And the reason we do that is just because we spend 11 years of our life on a screen. I'm not sure if you know that, 11 years. And what we're trying to do at Truth TV is redeem that, because most of us choose what to watch, and we've spoiled with choice with all the streaming platforms that we have, but very few reflect our biblical faith and family values. And so Truth TV steps into that content free-for-all with a platform that focuses on reigniting our faith-based values and really discipling families through wholesome entertainment with a Christian worldview. So we're taking away the worry about what to watch. We're making it easy to choose because there's great content, and really giving believers peace of mind about what they and their kids are consuming and the values that they are adopting. Because at the end of the day, what you give your attention to and what you watch is the person you become. What you fill your mind with shapes your character and shapes your values. And at Truth TV, only great values, only great stories coming your way.
That's exactly it. The influence of media on culture is so important. Why is it so important? You touched on it a bit now, that we as parents expose ourselves to morally clean content, such as on Truth TV.
Yeah, generally, you're absolutely right. Like I said, we'll spend 13 years at work. You guys a little more because you get up early, but 11 years in screen time, that's a lot of time. And, my kids will remember a handful of things that I probably said. They'll remember more how I lived. I'd like to give them more than that. But if you look at what screens do, they capture our children's imaginations. They hook them in. They entice them. They engage them. And we think our kids are choosing what to watch. But at the end of the day, there's an algorithm choosing for them that's drawing them down this path. And who's giving those values? Who's educating our kids? And unfortunately, it really is screens. It's not us as parents. So as Truth TV, we're trying to redeem those 11 years and redeem it for good, because faith and family matters, and we need to hold that dear.
How do we find the platform? I think the Easter weekend and the weather here in South Africa is perfect for a weekend in watching some good Christian television.
Rain, man, that's a little bit worrying, but best place to go is truthtv.com. You can subscribe. There's 14 days free trial. So if you want to sign up for a free trial, watch The Passion of the Christ and unsubscribe, it doesn't cost you a thing. It's all free.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. Dit was die uitvoerende hoof en stigter van Truth TV, Dr. Michael Moore.